Good evening, Ayush. How are you?
Good evening, sir. I'm fine. How are you?
I am also fine. So tell me something about yourself, Ayush.
Okay, so my name is Ayush De. I belong to Kolkata. After my schooling from Grace Lang English School, I have done my Btec from Netaji Subhash Engineering College. Post that, I have worked at Mindtree. So I have been involved in leadership positions since my school days. So like I have been prefect in school and also class representative in college. I have also captained my interdepartmental cricket team in college. So I have been involved in leadership positions. And speaking of cricket, I would also like to mention that my hobbies include playing cricket and also cooking.
Okay. So tell me something about your academics.
Uh, Academics means my grades from since my school.
Yeah. Like
Okay,
from where did you schoolings and your graduations?
yeah, okay, yes, sir. So I have done my schooling from Grace Lingling English School. So my grades were like 92.17 in ICSC and
Yeah.
87.17 in ISC, and I have graduated from Netaji Subhash Engineering College from electrical engineering with grades of 8.09 CGPA.
Okay, great. So what is the meaning of your name, Ayush?
Okay, so actually Ayush actually means long lived. So it's like a blessing to someone when you say Ayushman Bhava. So it means you're wishing him or her a longer life.
Okay, great. So why did you choose MBA as a career option?
Okay, so why I chose MBA? So for that, I would actually like to narrate your incident, sir, if you allow me.
Yes, so sure.
Yeah, so well, since my high school days, I actually saw like quite a few of my super seniors actually planning for MBA and all when they were in college, and I was in high school at that time. So I was actually very curious to know what is this MBA and why is everyone so hyped up about this. So one fine day, I actually went back home and asked my cousin brother about why is people doing MBA and what is MBA all about. Actually, my cousin brother happens to be one of an alumni of IIMS itself. So like I asked him, so he told me many things, but I was not like very clear about what was happening and all. So what I understood was like it is something of leadership skills and all. So that was it, what I understood, nothing much. So after that, like when I went to college again, I saw my seniors preparing for MBA and all. So then I asked them as well. So I understood what MBA is all about from them, but still I wasn't very convinced that what is the absolute necessary thing of MBA and why should I go for it right now. So that time I didn't think of it and went for a job. And also I thought that would help my financial condition and I'll be helping my father. So after going to the job, one day I was attending a client meeting. So during that client meeting, what happened, like the client was setting very unrealistic goals for us, and the whole team was very stressed up that day. But somehow I saw my manager, he took up the lead from there and controlled the situation and convinced the client to come on page with us. So that day itself, I was like very astounded with the qualities he had. So I went up to him and I asked him like how he could manage such a stressful situation. So he just told me one line, like, it is okay, it is good to know technical stuffs, but it is more important to know how to manage things. So from that day, I actually got my answer to my previous question, which I was finding for so long, that what is the necessity of doing MBA? So that day, I actually understood why MBA is required. And moreover, I would say like my curiosity to know like there are so many departments in a company or in a corporate. So like how all the departments are gelling up together, how different all the different departments are actually doing something different tasks, but all are actually going like targeting a unified goal as such. So how all departments are gelling up together. So these two motives, I would say, actually motivated me to take up an MBA.
Great. So, so what is your strength? Like, what is your greatest strength?
Okay, so if I like, I would like name my strengths like I'm empathetic, honesty, integrity, I'm active listener, and eager to learn. But if among all this, if I had to mention only one, I would say empathetic will be the major strength I have, because to be a leader, it is most important that I understand how people are thinking, what they are feeling. That is the major thing, and which I believe I am empathetic. So I believe that would be my major strength.
Okay, but I think that after the MBA, you will become a manager. So, according to you, like, what is the difference between a leader or a manager?
Okay, so manager, I would rather not discriminate between a manager and a leader. I would actually put it in a way like a manager is a position that is held by someone, and leader is the characteristic that one can have. Like a manager, that I can be a manager by studying an MBA. Like I can hold the position of a manager, but the qualities I will gain, that will actually more like drive me to be a leader and to lead my team, my everyone surrounding me. So I would put it in that way.
Okay, so according to you, a manager can be a good leader or not?
uh Definitely a manager can be a good leader, but I would say a manager can be a good leader, definitely, but it is not mandatory that all managers will be a good leader.
Right. Okay, so what is your hobbies and extracurriculums? Like, what do you do in your free time?
Okay, so I would like to mention like my hobbies actually include playing cricket. I have been involved in playing cricket since my school days. But as you know, due to this COVID, the things are like very much stressed up now. All parks and stadiums are all closed up. So another hobby that actually I had from long time but couldn't develop it much. And during this long lockdown, I have actually developed this hobby of cooking as well.
Okay.
So in my past, whenever I get some free time, I like to cook.
Okay, so who is your favorite player in cricket?
Presently or all time?
Both.
Okay, so I would like to say favorite player Sachin Tendulkar, but presently I would, if I have to name someone, I would mention Virat Kohli, even more than Sachin Tendulkar.
Okay, so now today's there a controversy between the BCCI and the Virat Kohli. So what's our thoughts on that?
I would actually think that there is like some miscommunication regarding like between Virat Kohli, the captain of India, the who was the captain of Indian team, and BCCI. Like there might have been some miscommunications and ego clashes going on. That's why I think this happened actually.
Okay, suppose that if you was the place of the Virat Kohli, then what did you do? Like you took that the decisions of like or not?
Okay, so if I was in place of Virat Kohli, I would say what Virat Kohli is going through, being the captain of the Indian team, it is very obvious for like feeling bad and all. But I would say I would have reacted a bit different. Like I wouldn't have gone publicly and like said against BCCI, because whoever you are or how good you are, whatever it is, no one is beyond the system. So I would actually not go public and say something against BCCI.
Okay, great. And what is your extracurriculum activities?
Okay, so extracurricular activities, I actually have been involved in quite a few hackathons in my college days. I've like led the team to hackathons, and one of the hackathons, like we have like me and my team actually went for the finale of Smart India Hackathon, which was conducted by AICT, anchored with the Ministry of Human Resource Development of Government of India. And another, I would say, another hackathon I was involved in was Texas Instruments Design Innovation Hackathon. So that was anchored by IIM Bangalore. So there also we provided the solution to their problem statement. So that would also I would mention.
Okay, great. And are you a fresher or have you work ex?
Now I have WorkX.
Okay, so can you elaborate something about your job role in your organization?
Okay, so my exact job role I would say is of an application developer. So it is like I have to develop application for my client. But since I was a fresher, the after graduation I joined the job. So the major responsibility which I had to handle was to look after the all the running applications which were already running and solve all the tickets that were raised or modify the codes required according to the client.
Okay, so have you faced any difficulties during your work, like major difficulties you faced during your
Yes,
job?
I actually faced it because I would actually say even like from the starting only I faced a real difficulty in my work life because I have done my engineering in electrical engineering. So from there going into IT, like it was very difficult for me, and coding was not my forte at all. So like I within 3 months I had to learn full end-to-end application, how to build an end-to-end application, because starting from database, then backend to front end, everything. So those first 3 months of training were very hectic and very like I was in middle I was actually very upset that there will I be able to do it or not. But yeah, I have worked hard at that time and managed to complete it and then joined my project.
Okay, so when did you think about that you should change your career, like you are a app developer and now you are thinking of the management and MBA. So why did you think about that you should do an MBA to leave your job?
Okay, so I would like to refer to my previous answer, like why MBA for this. Like I have told you why I thought actually about doing an MBA. So after thinking of that, I was actually finding a appropriate time or the right time to start preparing. But I was not getting actually because my project was an US based project. So I was not getting correct time because at night also I had to do shifts. So during the lock time, actually lockdown came to me as a blessing. So it actually gave me that opportunity to start my preparation for MBA. So from that time, I was preparing for MBA, and after few months, I actually felt that okay. So, like after few months, I actually thought okay, so I'm going pretty well. So I think I should give myself more time, more dedicated time towards it, which I wasn't able to give to myself with the job. So then I thought, okay, now I should better leave my job and give myself more time for preparing.
Okay, so are you an engineer, right?
Yeah, I'm an
Okay,
engineer.
so why didn't you try after your engineer? Like you are an engineer, and I think that you should go in your particular field of your engineering stream. But why are you going to MBA after your engineering? Like
Okay, so after
there are a lot of scopes after the engineering also, and a lot of base, a lot of researches. But why do you want to go an MBA after your engineering? Like you can a lot of research work in your engineering also. You are also a software developer, so you can also so why do you need your MBA? Now you have a lot of knowledge of software developer. You have also a work act. So why don't you start your startups? Why do you want to go for MBA?
okay, so sir, actually, I don't have like I have a work ex, but like after just after my engineering, actually, I wanted to work because as I have told you. my financial condition of my family wasn't that good. So at that time I decided to go for a job. So after that I have developed this knack of knowing how to do manage and all. So from there I shifted myself that I should know about management. It is not that I'm giving up on whatever knowledge and skills I've developed. I'm not giving up on it, but I want to gain more knowledge about management. That's why I would want to do an MBA. And speaking of startups, I actually don't have a plan of starting up like any software things right now, but after a few years, I would actually like to have a business of myself. So that is what I have like after 10, 15, 20 years after this.
Okay,
That's what.
so how many call did you get after the get from B schools?
Sorry, sir.
How many calls did you get from B schools? Interview calls?
Okay, so till now I've got all the cap calls. I am Amritsar call and I've cleared I'm Kozhikode first list and waiting for the next phases.
Okay, so among these, which B school will you choose?
Okay, so like I shouldn't like all IIMs are great, I believe. Like IIM brand as a whole is great. But like if I have to mention something or only one, I won't be able to. But I would actually prefer to answer this like there is a first cluster I would prefer, and among that first cluster I would keep like I am Ranchi, Trichy, Raipur and Kashipur mainly. And this is because I have my seniors and few of my friends who are from these colleges. And as I've told you previously as well, like my cousin brother is also an IIM alumni. So he's from IIM Ranchi. So like I've heard things up from him. I've learned like heard about their systems, their culture, their dynamics. So I would actually keep this as my first cluster.
Okay, so what will be your first choice among these all colleges? Like you got calls from IIM Kozhikode, Cape Town. So what will be
No,
your
so
first choice?
Kozhikode only I've cleared the first phase. I didn't get the PI call yet.
Yeah, but what will be your choice? Like what is your dream college in all that, in all the colleges?
Okay, among these, I would actually prefer like I am Ranchi to be. If I have to choose one compulsorily, I would prefer I am Ranchi as like I have learned quite a few things from my brother.
Okay, okay, great. Okay, thank you. So that was the very wonderful interview, and you performed well. And I would like
Thank
to
you,
give
sir.
some suggestion to
Yes, sir.
improve your interview. Like the first thing is that eye contact, like you was giving the answer to me, so sometimes like you try to eye contact to the interviewers, like sometimes you giving the answers to, so you are watching of the up, so left, right, means like you try to eye contact, and suppose if you don't know answers, so don't look like that, yeah, yeah, like try to focus, like most probably now the interview will be online, so most probably like you are focusing on the camera. Understand?
Okay, so will I look at the camera or will I look at the screen?
Yeah, like if you look in the camera, then it will look like the you are contacting, like you are interacting too much
Okay.
with the interviewer. Yeah, if you
Okay.
will,
So
if you,
can I take this as my notes?
yeah, yeah, you can write. And suppose if you are watching left, right, and up and down, so it is the very bad impact on your interviewers, right? Like
Okay.
most of the time try to eye contact with the interviewers and with the confidence, like you have the confidence, I agree, but okay, and answer with the confidence, so you did well.
Okay.
And I asked the questions that why MBA. So you was telling something that was a friend here, there, here. So try to make your answer short. Like if you will make your long answer, then the interviewer will be bored. and I don't think that your interview will be most of the approx 50 minutes most of the, and a lot of interview end in just 10 minutes also. So interview if you you will make a right answers, like everything is the right, but try to make answer very short, like understand, like shorts and accurate answer, so you can explain them things rightly in very short manner, and they understand very well in very short manner. Okay, so like you make, like I asked the why MBA, so that was very long answer. So if interviewer bored, then definitely that will be the impact on your interview, like your marks also of your PI. So try to make that you are saying as like why MBA, so try to give the answers like 3-4 line maximum. Yeah. And the
Okay.
next one is the tell me about yourself. Then in tell me about yourself, like you can add like your name and your graduation. Y- Tell me, yeah, you can write down like tell me about say yourself. You are saying something different. Like you can add tell me about your name, your education details of the 10, 12, and the graduation, and if you get good marks, then you can tell them the marks, otherwise you can just tell them name of your schools, name of your graduations, right? And okay, so that's it. And after that yeah, after that your hobbies. So you said your favorite player is the Virat Kohli. Okay, so prepare app, like you did prepares, and there was the current situation, so you did answer well. And I didn't go deep about the Virat Kohli. Even they can ask about their data of the Virat Kohli, like how many runs he scores, how many trophies he won. So I would like to suggest that if you are saying the hobbies like cricket or any other game, then you will have to prepare everything like the World Cup happens in the 4 years, so they can any question related to IPL, World Cup. So cricket is the too vast, understand? Like they can anything, they can ask anything to you. So I would like to suggest like you should avoid cricket. It is your hobbies, I know, but we want to select in the interview, right?
Yeah,
we
right.
don't want we don't want to tell them we are the passionate about the cricket. Now here is our only aim, that we want to just select in the interview. So I think that you should tell them that type of the hobbies, like the interviewers can't ask a lot of questions to you, understand?
Okay. Okay.
Like hobbies mein, like cricket is too vast, and they can ask any type of the questions, so you can stuck to tell them the answers also sometimes. So so try to make a answers like that. So okay. And you have the work experience in the application developer, so also they can also ask you some technical questions, like in the application developer also need of the CC language, and a lot of languages you use, Java,
Yeah.
Pythons, and a lot of things. So they can also ask you to question related them, so prepare well of all the languages questions like C plus all thing. And they can also some situations also on your job role, like how to deal with that particular situation, so also work on that. Okay, yeah, and that was the good answer, like cap calls, I am koji code. So and sometimes they can also ask you like what is your cat percentile. So so at answer of these questions I didn't ask, but they can ask like what is your cat percentile. So when they ask any number, don't tell them any exact number. Like suppose I will ask what is your cat percentile, then you will not say I got that percentile. You will say them, yeah, that is the good enough to get the call from your college, yeah, that particular college. Got it?
Okay.
Like they ask any like trapping questions like for any data related, like what is your percentile, and they can also like I confuse you like how many calls did you get and which college college you will choose. So yeah, you did smartly answer of that question. So yes, that was the perfect one. So suppose you choose I am Kozhikode, so they will ask that why are you not choosing the cap rounds, cap call. So in the interview you can't say that their placements are less, so I can't choose I can't choose the cap round and I will choose
Yeah,
the,
right.
yeah. And all time and it's also like in MBA like the question arise that why MBA. The main thing is that we want to MBA to get placement.
Get,
But
yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
but you can't show that, you can't show them you are just you are doing MBA for to earn money or for a great placement, right? So why MBA is the too long answer, and actually if we but to try to make that short answer.
Okay.
Or the interview was good and you were very confident. Just try to look in camera. That's thing.
Okay.
That is the great. Yeah, or any other questions you want to ask? Yeah, and in the last they will also ask that question also. Like, have you any questions for us? Like you can you
So
yeah.
what should I say at that time? Like, should I ask something or should I say no?
Yeah, they will ask that, do you want to ask any question to us? So at that time you can, if you have not good on like not good question, so I would like to recommend you that don't ask like that. That can also impact you in an interview. If you have any very like most of the people I go to there and ask, sir, what is your average placement? That type the questions are the interviewer. So like try to avoid that. Don't like most of the time say no, sir. I have like I have no question. And if you have any really genuine questions and very good question,
Like, can I like research about some things
yeah,
from their
this yeah,
website,
this has
some
some
clubs and committees, and
yeah,
then ask
yeah,
like, sir, can you
yeah,
elaborate?
yeah. If you have really a good, yeah, really if you have the good good question, then you can ask them, right? Hello.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm audible.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so you can ask if you have any queries or related questions for your MBA journey or any other thing you prepare.
Okay. I wanted to ask another thing. Like, do I need to prepare on my Btec subjects?
Yeah, like you are also a CS engineer, right? CS or IT
No,
engineer.
electrical. Electrical.
Electrical engineer. Definitely, they will also ask you question like you are an electrical engineer. So why did you left that electrical field and why did you went in a software developer field? Like that is the field of the CS or IT engineer, but you are
Yes,
electrical
right.
engineer. Then you will have to prepare answer of that also. Understand?
Mm. Yes.
So and yeah, definitely they can ask electrical questions also. You will have to prepare that. Like I think that the electrical is too vast, like the 4 years. So I think that
Yeah.
you yeah just go to the Google. Actually, that will open that the interviewer will not be an electrical engineer.
Yeah.
Understand? So he
Yeah.
will also go to the Google and he will find that what is the 10 most question of the electrical, and he will search and will ask to you. So prepare
Okay.
from
Okay.
the Google search that what is the most common ask electrical question in the interview. So prepare approx 100 questions, that will be sufficient. Understand?
Okay. Okay.
And I think that you have the Barcax, so there are a lot of questions from your Barcax.
Okay.
So basically you are the app developer, so they can ask you about languages and they can any give you situations. So I think that the Barcax related question will a lot in your interview.
Okay.
So focus on that. That will be the great help for you. Interview as good.
And can I, like, after preparing for other questions like work question and Btec subjects question, can I again contact you for another session?
Yeah, anytime you can contact me, and you can also
Oh,
send me your answers so I can recheck them. Yeah, you prepare well, like into writing your answers and send me to. So then I will check, yeah, that is a good or perfect answer. So you can contact me anytime.
okay, okay. Thank you.
Okay. Any other question?
No.
Okay. Thank you. Nice to meet you. Have a good day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
in
too
the
have a
end,
good.
yeah, you will also save the interviewers. Like when your interviewer, like in the when the interview will start, then also say to good morning, sir, good afternoon, sir, good evening, sir, like that. And in the interview, when your interview end, then also say have a good day, sir. Thank you and have a good day, sir. That also you will say in every interview. So that will also a great impact on the interviewer, like you respect and you wish them, like small things impact on your interview, like every person are equal and they every person perform well in the interview, but the small things difference you to other person, right?
And another question I had is like, when I'm going for cap rounds, it is mostly I'm a general MBA. So will I be asked questions like on finance or economics or marketing?
No, in that I don't think actually your interview, I know that interview maximum will be your 10 or 15 minutes most of the interviews, and they and
Okay.
in only 10 or 15 minutes they can judge you, right? So I
Yes.
don't think that they will go a lot of in the deep.
Okay.
Yeah, but just prepare, like if you did hard work and you would get good percentile, then just try to get a lot of things like work on GK and current affairs, and I send you questions. So first of all, work on that, and they finish, then I will give you or another question so you can prepare on them also. Okay, okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Have
Okay,
a good day.
thank you. Same to you. Bye.
Bye bye.
You can left.
Okay. Okay.
So that was the great interview with the Ayush. And if you also want to practice your mock PI, then you can contact to me on the Instagrams and send me your details, and you can arrange your mock PI also. So thank you guys. If you like my video, please like and subscribe. Thank you.